Yo, podcast
Yo.
episode 3 with Hakaboo.
Yeah. Today we are going to be reading and making fun of the Ars Amatoria by Ovid.
Let's go. How to pick up women.
So basically what the Ars
The
Amatoria is, it means the art of love, Ars art, Amatoria of love, and it is just essentially the first pickup guide ever written.
Oh yeah, OG pickup artist. The first one.
Yeah. And now
I'm so ready. I think there's 3 sections. Yep, how to pick up the woman, how the woman can pick up the man, and then how to get rid of the woman. So we'll
Get
see.
rid of the woman is ominous.
Yeah, get rid of the woman.
Yes, and the translation we have is from 1885. So it's going to use a bunch of funny old-timey words, which should be fun.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's get started with book the first. Let's see, I can zoom in a bit more for... There we go. Book the first. Should any one of the people not know the art of loving, let him read me, and taught by me, on reading my lines, let him love. By art the ships are onward sped by sails and oars, by art are the light chariots, by art is love to be guided. In the chariot and in the flowing reins was Automedon skilled. In the Haemonian ship of Jason, Tiphys was the pilot. Me too, skilled in my craft, has Venus made the guardian of love. Of Cupid the Typhus and the Automedon shall I be styled. Unruly indeed he is, and one who oft rebels against me, but he is a child, his age is tender and easy to be governed. The son of Philyra made the boy Achilles skilled at the lyre, and with his soothing art he subdued his ferocious disposition. He who so oft alarmed his own companions, so oft the foe, is believed to have stood in dread of an aged man full of years. Those hands which Hector was doomed to feel, and at the request of his master to be held out for stripes, as commanded. Chiron was the preceptor of the grandson of Iacchus, eye of love. Both of the boys were wild, both of a goddess born, but yet the neck of even the bull is laden with the plough, and the reins are champed by the teeth of the spiritual steed. To me too will love yield, though with his bow he should wound my breast, and should brandish his torches hurled against me. The more that love has pierced me, the more has he relentlessly inflamed me, so much the fitter avenger shall I be of the wounds so made. Alright, so first paragraph, he's just glazing himself.
He is.
He's comparing himself to all of the people of legend. Jason and the Argonauts, Achilles, Cupid, he says, has blessed him. Like, that's crazy. He's claiming to be the voice of the gods of love. Alright.
It's actually crazy.
Now, paragraph 2. Let's see if he keeps glazing himself. Phoebus, I pretend not that these arts were bestowed on me by thee, nor by the notes of the birds of the air am I inspired. Neither Clio nor the sisters of Clio have been beheld by me, while watching, Askra, in thy veils my flocks. To this work experience gives rise, listen to a poet well versed. The truth will I sing, mother of love, favor my design. Be ye afar, ye with the thin fillets on your hair, the mark of chastity, and thou long flounce, which dost conceal the middle of the foot. We will sing of guiltless delights, and of thefts allowed, and in my song there shall be naught that is criminal. Okay. So he's like, yeah, I'm not a god, but I'm still locked in, though, basically.
Locked in, for real.
Locked in.
Yeah,
That's actually insane.
He's locked in for real, let's see. When does he stop glazing himself and actually start? Here we go.
I know. When I can learn? I want to learn how to pick up women. Where is
Yeah.
this? I don't need to learn about him.
I don't need to learn why Ovid is so great. All right. It starts soon. Next paragraph. In the first place, endeavor to find out an object which you may desire to love, you who are now coming for the first time to engage as a soldier in a new service. The next task after that is to prevail on the fair by pleasing her. The third is for her love to prove of long duration. This is my plan. This space shall be marked out by my chariot, this the turning place to be grazed by my wheels in their full career. While you may, and while you are able to proceed with flowing reins, choose only one to whom you may say, you alone are pleasing to me. She will not come to you gliding through the yielding air. The fair one that suits must be sought with your eyes. The hunter knows full well where to extend the toils for the deer. Full well he knows in what vale dwells the boar gnashing with his teeth. The shrubberies are known to the fowlers. He who holds out the hooks knows what waters are swam in by many fish. You too, who seek a subject for enduring love, first learn in what spot the fair are to be met with. In your search, I will not bid you give your sails to the wind, nor is a long path to be trodden by you, that you may find her. Let Perseus bear away his Andromeda from the tawny Indians, and let the Grecian fair be ravished by Paris, the Phrygian hero. Rome will present you damsels as many and full as fair, so that you will declare that whatever has been done on the earth she possesses. As many ears of corn as Gargara has, as many clusters as Methymna, as many fishes as are concealed in the seas, birds in the boughs, as many stars as heaven has, so many fair ones does your own Rome contain. And in her own city does the mother of Aeneas hold her reign. Are you charmed by early and still dawning years? The maiden in all her genuineness will come before your eyes. Or do you wish a riper fair? 1,000 riper will please you, and you will be forced not to know which is your own choice. Or does an age mature and more staid delight you? This throng too, believe me, will be even greater. Okay.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So he says that basically Rome just has a crap ton of beautiful women, which I mean I don't doubt, but like he's just
It's
saying
crazy.
you will be able to find whatever woman you want. And
You watch.
he compares you to a hunter hunting prey.
Bruh.
And
It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy.
he makes a lot of literary allusions. The most like what is it poignant one I guess would be saying that in so many fair ones does your own Rome contain, and in her own city does the mother of Aeneas hold. Yada yada yada. The mother of Aeneas is Venus, the god of love, or goddess of love. So, he's basically just saying there are people to love here. You will find someone to love if you hunt for them. And I guess let's see.
It's actually good. You hunt for someone you love. It's actually crazy.
What are our points of views on this, guys? We got to discuss.
Um.
Can't let Ovid do all the work.
Yeah. Wow. It's very different from a typical pickup artist.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I need translations for all those words. I
Yeah.
don't
The
understand.
1800.
People's names.
Yeah, it's like a lot of references.
Yeah, like he
Oh,
says that you're gonna find a girl just like the Grecian fair be ravished by Paris. That's the fair as in beautiful, and the Grecian beautiful being Helen of Troy, being ravished by
oh.
Mm,
Paris. So he's just saying that there's, you know, a lot of beautiful people. Gotta hunt. You know.
Yeah, you gotta hunt them down.
I mean,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, let me get my notebook. Let me get my notebook. Hold on. Step 1, hunt down the woman. Let me start a note page. Okay.
I'm gonna grab
Step
some
1,
food real quick. I'll be back 30 seconds.
hunt down the woman. Okay, that's my step 1. Wait, should I write it on OBS? Like a little text box?
Sure.
Here we go. Let me see if I can do this. I think they have text. Text. Oh, yeah. It's good. I'm like, okay, step 1, hunt down the woman. And now I'm gonna make it smaller. Oh god, why are they upside down? Hold on.
Step 1, hunt down a woman.
Let me make it smaller. Step down, hunt down the woman. Okay, top left. I'll put that down. Okay. Wrote that down.
All right. Yeah, we have to pause after everything he says and discuss it, because otherwise we're just doing we're just doing story time instead of actually
Yes, story time.
Story time
Adding
fun,
to it.
we gotta add to it a bit. All right.
Here we go.
Next paragraph. Do you only saunter at your leisure in the shade of Pompey's portico, when the sun approaches the back of the Lion of Hercules, or where the mother has added her own gifts to those of her son, a work rich in its foreign marble? And let not the portico of Livia be shunned by you, which here and there adorned with ancient paintings bears the name of its founder, where too are the granddaughters of Belus, who dared to plot death for their wretched cousins, and where their enraged father stands with his drawn sword. Nor let Adonis, bewailed by Venus, escape you, and the seventh holy day observed by the Jew of Syria. Nor fly from the Memphian temples of Isis, the linen-wearer Heifer. She has made many a woman that which she was herself to Jove. Even the courts, who would have believed it, are favorable to love, and oft in the noisy forum has the flame been found, where the erection of Appius, adjoining the temple of Venus, built of marble, beats the air with its shooting stream. In that spot full oft is the pleader seized by love, and he that has defended others, the same does not defend himself. Oft in that spot are there words found wanting to the eloquent man, and new cares arise, and his own cause has to be pleaded. From her temple, which is adjoining, Venus laughs at him. He who so lately was a patron now wishes to become a client. Okay, so this is just him naming like a bunch of places in Rome and saying, you can find someone anywhere. You can find someone in the courts. You can find someone on Sunday. you can find someone in all of these temples and all of these
So
forums, and
women are everywhere. You can find them anywhere.
yeah, exactly.
The type of woman you want.
Don't
So it's like step 1 is like find the woman.
Yeah. All right, what did I miss here? Is there anything? Okay, nor fly from the Memphian temples of Isis, the linen wearing heifer. Okay, so that sounds like he's comparing a woman to a cow.
I know the heifer is actually crazy. It's actually crazy.
You're comparing it to a cow. Why?
Hold on, there are.
Yeah, because a heifer is a female cow, so it's like.
There are notes here. Let's see what the notes say. Which one is this? 713.
I mean, he is a pickup artist. I want to be surprised, but it's very sexist. I feel like that's like you have to be a pickup artist.
Mm.
I'm gonna try one.
I don't know. The footnote doesn't help. It's just talking about how it's making reference to Io and Isis, who were how do I put this in a YouTube friendly way?
YouTube friendly.
YouTube friendly in mythology.
Debauched by Zeus, by Jupiter.
I don't know what debauch mean. Hold up, let me search this up.
Taken advantage of.
Sacrifice. Oh, unalive.
No, not unalive.
Oh.
They were raped by Jupiter.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Hopefully YouTube likes that word, I guess. I don't know.
Are you gonna have to censor that and put
I think it
grape
should be
emoji?
fine.
No, it'll be all good.
I think, yeah, YouTube's not as bad as like TikTok.
Yeah.
Grape.
Alright.
But now 100% has to be what's it called? Like for 18 plus audience only. I think.
I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna be that sensitive of capturing it. I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. It's testing.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Alright, so basically he was saying you can find a woman anywhere. But now he's gonna say where he suggests you hunt for women. Alright, next paragraph. But especially at the curving theaters do you hunt for prey. These places are even yet more fruitful for your desires. There you will find what you may love, what you may trifle with, both what you may once touch and what you may wish to keep. As the numberless ants come and go in lengthened train, when they're carrying their wonted food in their mouth that bears the grains, or as the bees when they have found both their own pastures and the balming meads, hover around the flowers and the tops of the thyme, so rush the best dressed women to the thronged spectacles, a multitude that oft has kept my judgment in suspense. They come to see, they come that they themselves may be seen. To modest chastity these spots are detrimental. Okay, so he's just saying women pull up to the theater, go there.
Yeah.
I pull up.
Wait, okay. Let me put that down. Let me write that down in the notes. Women pull up theater.
And by theater, I feel like this translation is probably talking about like amphitheaters, like the Colosseum.
Yeah.
Not
How to pick up women at the Coliseum. We're getting there.
Not like theaters for stage plays.
Yeah.
Also, interesting sentence that he said, there you will find what you may love, what you may trifle with, both what you may once touch and what you may wish to keep. So, it just,
What?
you can either find someone to fool around with, or you can find someone to marry.
Right.
Right. Are you gonna take all this advice, Addie?
Oh, I'm already taking notes.
Good.
Wait, let me look at the stream.
Let me try to make it bigger for outline.
Next time we hang out, we have to hang out and go to the movie theaters, and you have to pick up women, like Ovid said.
Oh, okay, easy, easy. You like Minecraft with me? Hey, I could be your chicken to your jockey tonight.
Good one.
Okay, that was good on the spot. Not bad.
That was pretty good. All right. Next paragraph. Romulus, 'twas thou didst first institute the exciting games, at the time when the ravished Sabine fair came to the aid of the solitary men. Then neither did curtains hang over the marble theatre, nor was the stage blushing with liquid saffron. There the branches were simply arranged which the woody palladium bore. The scene was void of art. On the steps made of turf sit the people, the branches promiscuously overshadowing their shaggy locks. They look about them, and they mark with their eyes, each for himself, the damsel which to choose, and in their silent minds they devise full many a plan. And while, as the Etrurian piper sends forth his harsh notes, the actor with his foot thrice beats the levelled ground, in the midst of the applause, in those days the applause was void of guile, the king gives to his people the signal to be awaited for the spoil. At once they start up, and disclosing their intentions with a shout, lay their greedy hands upon the maidens. As the doves, a startled throng, fly from the eagles, as the young lamb flies from the wolves when seen, in such manner do they dread the men indiscriminately rushing on. The complexion remains in none which existed there before. For their fear is the same, the symptom of their fear not the same. Some tear their hair, some sit without consciousness. One is silent in her grief, another vainly calls upon her mother. This one laments, this one is astounded, this one tarries, this one takes to flight. The ravished fair ones are carried off, a matrimonial spoil. The shame itself may have been becoming to many a one. If one struggled excessively and repelled her companion, borne off, the man himself lifted her into his eager bosom, and thus he spoke: Why spoil your charming eyes with tears? What to your mother your father was, the same will I be to you. Romulus, 'twas thou alone didst understand how to give rewards to thy soldiers. Give such a reward to me, and I will be a soldier. In good truth, from that transaction, the festive theatres, even to this day, continue to be treacherous to the handsome. Okay, so he gave us a history lesson.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was explaining what happened back in the early days of Rome, back when there were kings, during the 12 kings of Rome. And in their early theaters where the steps, you know how like an amphitheater is just in the ground and there's steps that go down
Yeah, like a
to
basement.
like a stage in the
Yeah.
front? Back then those steps were just dirt. So he says back when the steps were dirt that people sat on and shade only came from the trees around, uh, after the play was over, people would, you know, do bad things. And he gave a history lesson. All right,
Bad things as in like what kind of bad things?
as in grab women and claim them. Bad things.
Okay.
Oh.
But he says that that happened in the past. So let's see what he's gonna say currently happens now in the present. And by present we mean, when did this come out? Ars Amatoria 2, the year 2.
Craig.
2 AD. All right.
OG pickup artist.
He's the OG pickup artist. Okay. And let not the contest of the noble steeds escape you. The roomy circus of the people has many advantages. There is no need there of fingers with which to talk over your secrets, nor must a hint be taken by you through nods. Be seated next to your mistress, there being no one to prevent it. Press your side to her side as close as ever you can, and conveniently enough, because the partition compels you to sit close, even if she be unwilling, and because, by the custom of the place, the fair one must be touched by you. Here let the occasion be sought by you for some friendly chat, and let the usual subjects lead to the first words. Take care and inquire, with an air of anxiety, whose horses those are coming, and without delay, whoever it is to whom she wishes well, to him do you also wish well. But when the thronged procession shall walk with the holy statues of ivory, do you applaud your mistress Venus with zealous hand, and as often happens, if perchance a little dust should fall on the bosom of the fair, it must be brushed off with your fingers. And if there should be no dust, still brush off that none, Let any excuse be a prelude to your attentions. If her mantle, hanging too low, should
That's
be trailing on the
crazy.
earth, gather it up and carefully raise it from the dirty ground. At once, as the reward of your attention, the fair permitting it, her ankles will chance to be seen by your eyes. Look too behind, who
What
shall
the
be
hell?
sitting
What
behind
the
you, that he may not press her tender back with his knee against it. Trifles attract trifling minds. It is proved to the advantage of many a one to make a cushion with his ready hand. It has been of use too to waft a breeze with the graceful fan, and to place the hollow footstool beneath her delicate feet. Both the circus and the sand spread for its sad duties in the bustling forum will afford these overtures to a dawning passion. On that sand, oft has the son of Venus fought, and he who has come to be a spectator of wounds himself receives a wound. While he is talking and is touching her hand, and is asking for the racing list, and having deposited the stake, is inquiring which has conquered, wounded, he sighs, and feeling the flying dart, and himself becomes a portion of the spectacle so viewed. All right, guys, what do you think?
Wow. That's crazy.
I'm gonna need translation.
Addy, do you want to start?
I just thought that you gotta like see a lot of parts. Don't touch her with your knee. That's what I got. Like, okay, he's getting there. He's making
Okay.
connections.
So basically, he's saying go to the Circus Maximus, which is where chariot races happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look around, say, hey, there's a pretty girl. I'm gonna go sit next to her. You sit next to her, and since all of the like seats are in groups, it's like a bench that goes all the way around the whole thing. It's a big oval, but there are
Yeah.
little partitions for where the stairs are and stuff like that. So benches are like 20 people, and then there's a partition for stairs, and then 20 people and a partition for stairs, like a football stadium, you know?
Yeah.
And because of this, since everyone's so crowded in, if you sit next to the person you want to woo, you're gonna be smushed like into her. And that's where you want to be.
That's actually insane. That is insane.
Yeah,
Bro, this sounds like someone who's like, I don't know, that has been dating so much to the point that he found a little hacks.
Yeah, he's like, these are the hacks. You actually drop your notebook, and oh my gosh, when she reaches to pick it up, you go down. It's like, come on.
Yeah. And you press your side to her side as close as ever you can, and conveniently enough, because the partition compels you to sit close, even if she be unwilling, and because by the custom of the place, the fair one must be touched by you. So squish yourself next to her. and
Okay,
then
yeah.
and then start yapping.
Wish.
You gotta start yapping to riz them up, of course. So he says, just start talking about the normal things, like, oh, what's going on with the chariot races, the weather, how's the political climate of the nation been, of Rome, the empire, not the nation.
Personally, I would talk about taxes.
And yeah, those
Oh yeah, how's the weather?
taxes. But yeah, so just start yapping, and then he says, inquire or ask nervously who's like point down to the chariots and ask nervously what team those horses are. Like point to just any random team and be like, "Hey, what team is that?" And then you get her talking about the game that you're at.
Oh.
And then you
See, I would
Smart.
be like, I'm a millionaire. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I placed $1 million on this horse right here. I hope he wins. And she's like, damn, okay.
No. See, what Ovid says is that you need to see who she wants to win, and then you
And then so you
cheer
vote for that one.
same
Yeah.
winner.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ovid knows. Wait a minute.
Yeah, and without
Wait.
delay, whoever it is to whom she wishes well, to him do you also wish well.
Want to win. crazy. Yeah, you like that football team? Oh, that's my favorite team ever.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Wait a minute.
And then after the game is over, okay, he says, "Do applaud your mistress Venus, the goddess of love with zealous hand."
Yep.
Be like, "Venus, please, please, thank you for putting me next to this person, and please let this work." So you're praying to being zealous towards Venus. And as often happens, if perchance a little dust should fall on the bosom of the fair, it must be brushed off with your fingers. You know what that means.
Yeah. That's the only part I understood.
That's crazy.
And if there should be no dust, still brush off that none. Let any excuse be a prelude to your attention. So basically, just take any excuse.
Any excuse you can
to touch
to
this
get that.
lady.
Oh my god.
Any excuse you can. Oh my gosh.
That's actually crazy.
Addie, do you think this would work?
Let's find out.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And then he says,
this is all part one?
No, we're not even like halfway through part one yet.
Oh my god.
If her mantle hanging too low shall be trailing on the earth, gather it up. So if her dress is dragging in the dirt a little bit, lift it off the ground for her. And if she permits, you may see her ankles.
Oh. Oh wow. Oh wow.
This guy into like foot and like
No,
feet?
it's just people were more covered up back then. But what Ovid is into is hair. He talks about hair so much.
Oh, he does. I remember that. He loves long brown hair.
We'll
like,
see if he talks about that in a bit.
Long hair. How we're going? Oh my god. Oh god.
All right, next paragraph.
Oh.
Wait. Was the guy actually like handsome, or is he just like talking out of his ass?
Ovid? I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's.
Oh, I remember in Latin class we did look at all the Roman guys and we gotta like rate them on how hot they were. I remember that. I remember. I put like Marcus Aurelius at like the S tier. I was like, this guy.
Aurelius, he's old.
I put him S tier. I put him S tier. I was like, ooh, he could get it.
You do one about mythology instead.
Oh wait, we should do a tier list.
Yeah.
A pickup artist tier list, yo.
I'll put a picture of Ovid in the
okay.
In the Discord. What? Uh-oh, this file exceeds the size limit. Well, never mind.
Oh, wait, I can do it.
Just look up Ovid and you'll see.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I'll put in.
I'm eating some tuna sandwich. It's really good.
I'll put it in the general chat without any content.
Okay, good.
He looks just like any other Roman.
Roman guy.
Yeah, he's just a guy. Let's see. Okay. He might have been locked in though, maybe. We'll see. See, but the thing is, women back then and women now were both the same species. Like
True. True. Yeah.
If you think about, oh, I don't want to do this now because women wouldn't like it. They didn't.
You wouldn't want to do it then
either. This is El Riz. This is harassment.
Harass the woman, find the woman, hunt her down, harass her.
Maybe he wrote this as like to present it to the court, so he doesn't get fucking jailed.
All right, let's see.
That's crazy.
Besides, when, of late, Caesar, on the representation of a rival fight, introduces the Persian and Athenian ships, in truth from both seas came youths, and both came the fair, and in the city was the whole of the great world. Who in that throng did not find an object for him to love? How many, alas, did a foreign flame torment? See, Caesar prepares to add what was wanting to the world subdued. And now, remote east, our own shalt thou be. Parthian, thou shalt give satisfaction. Entombed Crassi, rejoice. Ye standards, too, that disgracefully submitted to barbarian hands. Your avenger is at hand, and proves himself a general in his earliest years, and, while a boy, is conducting a war not fitted to be waged by a boy. Cease in your fears to count the birthdays of the gods. Valor is the lot of the Caesars in advance of their years. The divine genius rises more rapidly than its years, and brooks not the evils of slow delay. The Terinthian hero was a baby, and he crushed 2 serpents in his hands. Even in his cradle he was already worthy of Jove.
Oh,
Bacchus,
wow.
who even now art a boy, how mighty wast thou then, when conquered India dreaded thy Tyrsee. With the auspices and the courage of thy sire, thou, youth, shall wield arms, and with the courage and auspices of thy sire shalt thou conquer. Such first lessons are thy due under a name so great, now the first of the youths, at a future day to be the first of the men. Since thou hast brothers, avenge thy brethren slain, and since thou hast a sire, vindicate the rights of thy sire. He, the father of the country and thine own, hath put thee in arms. The enemy is tearing realms away from thy reluctant sire. Thou wilt wield the weapons of duty, the foe arrows accursed, before thy standard. Justice and duty will take their post. By the badness of their cause, the Parthians are conquered. In arms, too, may they be overcome. May my hero add to Latium the wealth of the East. Both thou, Father Mars, and thou, Father Caesar, grant your divine favor as he sets out. For the one of you is now a deity, thou the other wilt so be. Okay, so I don't know what he's yapping about. Let's look at the footnotes.
I like how this guy is so yaps so much to the point you need footnotes.
I know, you have footnotes.
Oh, okay. So
And the
he
Latin was a
says,
lot more intense because he like used a lot of like cases, like he called like women like a neuter case and not even a feminine case. It's like so they were objects as well.
Bruh. Imagine having a wiki for a wiki.
okay,
It's
so
crazy.
I think for the most part what he's saying here is he's talking about the Naumachia, which is another type of amphitheater where they do fake ocean battles, you know, like gladiator fights but with ships.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I remember learning about those.
yeah, he says go there too. But also did a foreign flame torment? See, Caesar prepares to add what was wanting. Is he talking? Okay, so he's talking about how Julius Caesar and the Emperor Augustus, like they conquered people from other lands and then brought them back to be gladiators, I think. And he's saying like
Oh,
these are the fights to go see because of the entertainment or something like that.
because of the women.
He's yapping. Gotta pick.
So
Is this
women.
person trying to put penis but can't spell? Pipis?
Wait, were women back then like into men fighting each other like in a fucking battle?
I mean, everyone was.
Oh, really?
That's entertainment. Gotta
Yeah.
go to the gladiator fights and
I mean, yeah,
the chariot races.
they didn't have TV and shit, so yeah.
Yeah.
We
They're bringing like lions and like fights.
That's basically what football is now, but with less killing, you know.
Yeah, footballs are dangerous too, but not as dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing. It's sports. You go watch sports.
Yeah,
Imagine bowling.
sports.
Imagine bowling bats with real heads.
Guys, let's start that.
All right.
Wow. So let's see what I have. I have hunt down the woman. Women pull up to theaters, squish yourself next to her, and start yapping.
Start yapping. Take any excuse to touch a woman.
Oh, should I put them on Twitch? I don't know if I should write that. I don't think I should write that one.
Do you have them? Do you have them on a like a physical paper or a notepad?
Oh, I have them showing on the OBS. When people join the stream, that's what they see.
Oh yeah, I see them now. They're hard
Yeah, I
to
don't know
read
if I
though.
should put that on screen. Start touching them.
All right. And then yeah, go to the cool games. Anyway, next.
Oh yeah, go to the cool game. Put that down.
What, Parthian, dost thou leave to be conquered? Who dost fly that thou mayst overcome? Parthian, even now has thy mode of warfare an unhappy omen, and will that day then come on which thou, the most graceful of all objects, glittering with gold, shall go, drawn by the 4 snow-white steeds? Before thee shall walk the chiefs, their necks laden with chains. They may no longer, as formerly, be secure in flight. The joyous youths and the mingled fair shall be looking on, and that day shall gladden the minds of all. And when some one of the fair shall inquire the names of the monarchs, what places, what mountains, or what rivers are borne in the procession, answered to it all, and not only if she shall make any inquiry, even what you know not, relate as though known perfectly well. Okay, so he, if the lady asks you a question and you don't know the answer, just start yapping as if you know
Yeah,
the
yep.
answer.
Yeah. Yep.
This guy.
Do you know it's the most points in this horse race? Oh, this is my favorite team. What do you mean? Do you know? God.
This is the Euphrates, with his forehead encircled with reeds. The one whose azure hair is streaming down will be the Tigris. Make these to be the Armenians. This is Persia, sprung from Danae. That was a city in the vales of Achaemenes. This one or that will be the leaders, and there will be names for you to call them by, correctly if you can, if not, still by such as suggest themselves. Rivers. He's just talking about rivers and locations. I guess pretend like you know about these things. I actually don't know. Let's look at footnote maybe. I don't know. I don't know. He's just yapping.
It's yapping.
Basically,
How to yap one-on-one.
Yeah, you just gotta yap. Wanna get a girlfriend? Yap.
Just yap.
This is the original Japanese.
Japanese OG.
Alright.
Oh my
Banquets
god.
too, with the tables arranged, afford an introduction. There is something there besides wine for you to look for. Full oft does blushing Cupid with his delicate arms press the soothed horns of Bacchus there present. And when the wine has besprinkled the soaking wings of Cupid, there he remains and stands overpowered on the spot of his capture. He indeed quickly flaps his moistened wings, but still it is fatal for the breast to be sprinkled by love. Wine composes to choose an object for you to love, where to lay your nets. Now I attempt to teach you by what arts she must be captured who has pleased you, a work of especial skill. Ye men, whoever you are, and in every spot, give attention eager to be informed, and give all people a favorable ear to the realization of my promises. First of all, let a confidence enter your mind that all women may be won. You will win them, do you only lay your toils. Sooner would the birds be silent in spring, the grasshoppers in summer, sooner would the Menelaean dogs turn its back upon the hare, than the fair, attentively courted, would resist the youth. She, however, will wish you to believe, so far as you can, that she is reluctant. Okay.
Wow.
Gotta discuss this one. My gosh. Pull up to a banquet. People are drinking, because obviously all you drink is wine because the water
Yeah.
back then had crazy bacteria in it. And when everyone is inebriated, Cupid sticks around. People are more in love, flirtatious,
Yeah.
and he just says, "Be confident. Be confident that all women may be won. You have to convince yourself that you will quote unquote capture any woman you try to, so that you
So
can
basically coping.
Yeah, coping.
so that you can be confident enough to actually do it." And
That's
he
crazy.
says, "She, however, will wish you to believe, so far as you can, that she is reluctant." So basically, he's just saying she's gonna act like she doesn't want.
But she actually wants you, even if
But
she
of
says don't
course she
touch.
actually wants you.
God.
If she
that's
says no,
crazy.
remember, she means yes.
She
What
means
the?
She just wants
What
you
the
to
hell?
think that
that's
you
crazy.
can. Yeah.
Yo, we have someone like putting torches under the
I
bed.
know. There's so much happening on the Minecraft right now. I'm so confused.
Ugh.
I'm like half managing the server, half like just listening to the pickup artist.
Lo, I utter a prophecy, thou wilt conquer, and I shall offer the lines which I have vowed, and with a loud voice wilt thou have to be celebrated by me. Thou wilt there he taking thy stand, and in my words thou wilt be animating thy troops. Oh, that my words may not prove unworthy of thy spirit! I will celebrate both the backs of the Parthians as they fly, and the valor of the Romans, and the darts and the feelings, and makes them ready to be inflamed. Care flies, and is drenched with plenteous wine. Then come smiles, and the poor man resumes his confidence. Then grief, and cares, and the wrinkles of the forehead depart. Then candor, most uncommon in our age, reveals the feelings, the god expelling all guile. On such occasions full oft have the fair captivated the hearts of the youths, and Venus amid wine has proved flames in flame. Here do not you trust too much to the deceiving lamp. Both night and wine are unsuited to a judgment upon beauty. In daylight, under a clear sky, did Paris view the goddesses, when he said to Venus, "Thou, Venus, dost excel them both." By night, blemishes are concealed, and pardon is granted to every imperfection, and that hour renders every woman beauteous. Consult the daylight about jewels, about wool steeped in purple. Consult the daylight about the figure and the proportion. All right, so you guys can figure out what that one means.
So I was so focused. I'm gonna just put 69 in the pixel art. I was like, what the hell?
I have
Wow.
not the first clue.
Yeah.
You
I
have
was so
not the
focused on
first
this.
clue. All right, so he says, "You will conquer." So that's bad, obviously. He says, "Thou wilt conquer." And then he says he's going to. Like while you're talking about things, I assume what he means is you're gonna be talking about like Roman victories and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And
While you're
Yeah.
yapping.
and while you're yapping, you just gotta be yapping. the valor of the Romans and the darts and the feelings, and makes them ready to be inflamed. Care flies and is drenched with plenteous wine. So basically, you're gonna be drunk. She's gonna be drunk.
Yep.
It's gonna
Yep.
make feelings. It's gonna make feelings fly. All of the cares in the world and the wrinkles on the forehead are gonna leave because you're gonna be so relaxed. And basically, he says, but don't trust it, because you cannot judge how beautiful a woman is if you're drinking wine and it's nighttime. You have to wait until daytime. Otherwise, you won't be able to see their figure and proportion.
Basically, you don't get catfished.
Yeah.
Kind of. But I
Don't
mean,
get catfished.
no, he's more so just saying, like, I don't know, sexist junk. But he makes an allusion. He says, in daylight under a clear sky did Paris view the goddesses, when he said to Venus, thou Venus dost excel them both. He's using this to make his point. It's the story of the golden apple and Paris, where Venus slash Aphrodite, Athena, and Juno slash Hera came to Paris and
Yeah.
asked him, hey, which one of us is the most beautiful? Like, give this golden apple to whoever is the most beautiful. Because
Oh yeah,
they
the
were,
discourse app or whatever.
yeah, they were having a whole thing. They were arguing about
Yeah,
who
whole
was most
discourse of like,
beautiful.
oh, who's the beautifulest? Yeah.
Yeah, Venus says, oh, of course I'm the most beautiful. I'm the goddess of love. Minerva slash Athena says, no, I'm the most beautiful, and I know it because I'm goddess of wisdom and of war. And like Juno slash Hera, she's the goddess of marriage. She thinks she's the most beautiful. You know, that sort of thing. And they go to Paris, a mortal guy, and they're like, which one of us is the most beautiful? And what does Paris say? Guess.
Me. He says me.
No. He says,
None of you.
I cannot fairly judge which of you is the most beautiful while you have your clothes on.
Oh my god. Okay.
So the three goddesses got naked, and as he looked upon the three naked goddesses, told Venus, you are the most beautiful out of the three. So that's what he was saying, or that's what Ovid was referencing. It's like that happened in daytime. He couldn't have judged which was the most beautiful at night. You know, you have to wait until the day.
So personality doesn't matter.
Yeah, basically he's yeah. You want to judge their form and proportion,
That's crazy.
you know.
That's actually crazy.
All right. Why enumerate the resorts of fair ones suited for your search? The sands would yield to my number. Why mention Baiae and the shores covered with sails, and the waters which sent forth the smoke from the warm sulphur? Many a one carried thence a wound in his breast, has exclaimed, this water was not so wholesome as it was said to be. See too the temple and the grove of suburban Diana, and the realms acquired with the sword by hostile hand. Because she is a virgin, because she hates the darts of Cupid, she has given many a wound to the public, and will give many still. Thus far Talia borne upon unequal wheels teaches where the foeman hurls from his flying steed. As stealthy courtship is pleasing to the man, so too is it to the fair. The man but unsuccessfully conceals his passion, with more concealment does she desire. Were it agreed among the males not to be the first to entreat any female, the conquered fair would soon act the part of the suppliant. In the balmy meads, the female lows after the bull. The female is always neighing after the horny hoofed horse. Passion in us is more enduring, and not so violent. Among men the flame has reasonable bounds. Why mention Biblis, who burned... Shoot, I lost my spot. Who burned with a forbidden
Uh-oh.
passion for her brother, and who resolutely atoned with the halter for her crimes. Myra loved her father, but not as a daughter ought, and now she lies hid, overwhelmed by the bark that grew over her. With her tears, too, which she distills from the odoriferous tree, are we perfumed, and the drops still retain the name of their mistress. Okay, so he's saying gotta be all sneaky about it. You know, don't just come out and say, "Hey, I like you." You have to beat around the bush a lot.
Ah, so it's like that texting thing where you don't. Have you guys seen that?
No.
It's like
What?
when a girl sends you a text, you don't reply immediately. You have to wait like
Oh, you have to wait. Yeah, wait to make it
yeah.
seem like you're busy. Yeah, 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 yeah. I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what you mean.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You're like, oh, I
yeah.
have to seem like I'm actually doing stuff in my life. Let me just wait like 30 minutes,
Yeah, I never do
and then I'll
that.
reply.
Yeah, I
I
also
know
don't
people
do
do it.
that.
Yeah, I just know like that's a thing we'll talk about. Just like wait.
Yeah, that I never do that. I instantly I get a text and I'm responding to it. Let's see, what else has he said? A bunch of sexist crap comparing women to cows and horses again. Yeah, pretty much. He's just like keep it on the down low for a bit. You know, beat around the bush. And word agreed among the males not to be first to entreat any female. The conquered fair would soon act the part of the suppliant. So basically, what I think that is saying is if all the guys agreed not to flirt with a specific girl, that girl would soon start acting like a suppliant, which is not like a servant, you know, just lower, you know, like how people in church act towards God, basically,
Oh.
I see.
that sort of thing. So more sexist stuff. You gotta take all this advice to Riz the Huz.
I should. Oh my gosh, we should. I don't know. Stream taking Ovid's advice. I end up in jail.
Yeah. Gotta go to the Circus Maximus or to a dinner party, and we're gonna help Addie Riz the Huz the old-fashioned way, the 2,000-year-old fashioned way. All right, where are we? By chance, in the shady vales of the woody Ida, there was a white hull, the glory of the herd, marked with a little black in the middle between its horns. There was but one spot, the rest was a complexion of milk. The heifers of Gnosis and Sidon sighed to mate with him. Pasiphae delighted to become the paramour of the bull. In her jealousy she hated the beauteous cows. I sing of facts well known. Crete, which contains its 100 cities, untruthful as it is, cannot gainsay them. She herself is said to have cut down fresh leaves and the tenderest grass with hand unused to such employment. Okay, comparing women to cows
What's up with this guy and cows?
again. I don't know.
I know. It's like, oh, you have her. Oh my god. Uh-oh, Huckaboo, I accidentally clicked on super secret settings, and now my game is just not good.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? That button that when you press, it's like...
Yeah.
I think it's fine now. I think I fixed it.
She goes as
That's
the
crazy.
companion of the herd, so going, no regard for her husband restrains her, and by a bull is Minos conquered. Of what use, Pasiphae, is it to put on those costly garments? This love of thine understands nothing about wealth. What hast thou to do with a mirror when accompanying those herds of the mountain? Why, foolish one, art thou so often arranging thy smoothed locks? Still do thou believe that mirror that denies that thou art a heifer? How much couldst thou wish for horns to spring up upon
I
thy
think
forehead?
I think Ovid is Apollo. That's what I put down. Ovid's Apollo confirmed.
If Naxos still pleases thee, let no paramour be sought. But if thou wouldst rather deceive thy husband, deceive him through a being that is human. So the women still flirt with people regardless of whether they have a husband. And
Right? He's like, all women are cheaters.
in this instance, with Pacific East specifically, he's saying like, what use is it to put on the good clothes since the people you're flirting with know nothing of wealth? What are you gonna
What?
do with a
What?
mirror when you're accompanying the herds of the mountain? So I guess what he's saying is like poor people,
Cows.
mountain people.
You have to hurt the woman? That's crazy. Oh my god. You know, so many parts of this I could just clip out of context.
He's
Yo.
basically saying that this woman, Pacific, which I'm guessing he's using as just a surrogate for all women in general,
Mm-hmm.
cares too much about her appearance, even though the people she's flirting with are more rough around the edges and they know nothing of wealth. And he's like, why do you arrange your hair so much? Still, do you believe the mirror that denies that you're a cow? How much could you wish for horns to spring up on your forehead? You know, he's just insulting people.
That's great.
Her
That's
chosen
great.
abandoned, the queen is born over the groves and the forests, just as Bacchanal impelled by the Ionian god. Alas, how oft with jealous look does she eye a cow, and say, why is she thus pleasing to my love? See how she skips before him on the tender grass? I make no doubt that the fool thinks it is becoming to her. Thus she spoke, and at once ordered her to be withdrawn from the vast herd, and in her innocence to be dragged beneath the bending yoke. Or else she forced her to fall before the altars, and rites feigned for the purpose, and with joyous hand she held the entrails of her rival. How often did she propitiate the deities with her slain rivals, and say, as she held the entrails, now go and charm my love. And sometimes she begged that she might become Europa, sometimes Io, because the one was a cow and the other born upon a bull. Still
Of course,
deceived by
because
the
one was a cow.
cow-baited
Of
noblewoman,
course.
the leader of the herd impregnated her, and by the offspring was decided
Oh
This
that
guy
my
sound
god.
sound like he's in schizo
Oh
right
my
now. He just
god,
has
he
pills.
is.
Like everyone is a
The leader of the
cow.
cows. Bro,
yeah,
what the hell?
he's making more references to mythology, saying like sometimes this woman, or I guessing he means women in general, wants to be Europa and sometimes Io. And both of those people were raped by Zeus in mythology. So
Wait.
What is he
So
trying to say?
yeah, what is he trying to
Wait,
say?
wait, 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 wait.
Wait,
What is he
hold
trying to say?
on. I feel
Hold
like
on.
that
Hold on.
glossed over quickly. That was glossed over.
yeah,
Oh. Oh.
yeah.
That's
She says
interesting.
no. In his
No means
mind,
yes.
she wants yes. That's
Jesus.
great.
If
I
the
can't write down these
queen
notes on
fame
screen.
withheld from her love for Thyestes, alas, how hard it is for a woman possibly to be pleasing to one man only. Phoebus would not have interrupted his career in the midst, and his chariots turned back, retreated, with his returning steeds to the morn. The daughter who spoiled Nissus of his purple locks presses beneath her thigh and groin the ravaging dogs. The son of Atreus, who escaped from Mars by land, and Neptune on the waves, was the mournful victim of his wife, by whom have not been lamented the flames of the Etherian Creusa. Medea, the parent too, stained with the blood of her children. Phoenix, son of Amatoria, wept with his blinded eyes. You, startled steeds, tore Hippolytus to pieces. Why, Phineas, dost thou tear out the eyes of the guiltless sons, that punishment will revert to thy own head? I don't know what he's yapping about.
What?
He's making a lot of mythological.
Is he saying like, oh my god,
references.
this woman's, she's gonna kill you, she's crazy, she's gonna gauge your eyes out? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, let's see. What references does he make?
Do you guys know that spider that
Or that kills, that eats the bait, like
her
the husband?
her husband, yeah.
I know praying
So-
mantises do it too.
Oh. Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, that while they mate, they will go up behind them and snap their neck off. And I think in Kung Fu Panda, the praying mantis, when someone said, "Are you looking for a wife?" he was like, "Oh no," like really scared. I think it was a reference.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh my
He
gosh.
makes reference to Atreus, who was a king of Mycenae and like the relative of a crap ton of mythological figures. I don't know. He's just mentioning a lot of dads. Amam Creusa, who was Aeneas's wife in the Aeneid, first wife, she dies. And
Spoilers! Spoil the Aeneid! Oh my god!
Spoiler.
The very beginning of the Aeneid. Not the very beginning,
That's crazy.
but like, yeah.
Spoilers, life exists.
Spoilers! You spoiled the bomb. Jesus Christ dies. Oh my god, guys! Spoilers.
Spoilers. You're gonna age by 1 year in 1 year.
Oh god! Don't tell me I'm having a life panic attack now.
All right, he's getting to the point now.
Uh-oh, okay. What's the point? Oh god. Uh-oh.
All these things have been caused by the passion of females. It is more violent than ours.
Stop right there. Stop right. Wait. So the gauging the eyes out, the killing of the sons and the daughters, all was caused from the women.
Yep, it's all their fault.
Women.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? Women.
Women.
Yeah, women. Am I right? Women. Oh my god. Carry on, yeah, go on.
It is more violent than ours, and has more frenzy in it. Come then, and doubt not that you can conquer all the fair. Out of so many, there will be hardly one to deny you. What they yield and what they refuse, still are they glad to be asked for. Even if you are deceived, your repulse is without danger. But why should you be deceived, since the new pleasures are delightful, and since what is strange attracts the feelings more than what is one's own? The crop of corn is always more fertile in the fields of other people, and the herds of our neighbors have their udders more distended. Okay. So more with cow metaphors again.
Yep, we love cows.
But he's basically just saying, like, look for women that you're not familiar with, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
The herds of our neighbors have the udders more distended. Distended means like,
yeah, so people closer.
I don't think
he's talking about our neighbors as opposed to our family, so people farther away.
A farther away, I see.
And distended means like swollen.
Distant. Oh, I was thinking distant.
No. So they're saying that the herds of our neighbors have more swollen udders.
Swollen
Why is so much cow metaphors?
I don't know.
What the hell?
I mean, I think this guy needs to be investigated.
Sure, let's investigate him right now.
He's been dead for 2,000 years.
We're gonna do one of those, like,
Never too late.
canceling on YouTube.
Let's
YouTube
cancel
cancel.
you.
Hi, Alex. Alex, we're reading up the pickup line. We're still reading. We're not even finished with chapter 1. But this is great.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Let me.
See, at the top left is what the notes we have. You gotta hunt down the woman. Women pull up to the theaters. Squish yourself next to her and start yapping. If she says no, it means yes.
All right,
Go to the cool games. And Ovid is Apollo. Confirmed.
Wait, Addy. Hello, Addy. Did you get?
Yep.
I see this message on your stream. It says your chat's so quiet. I can hear your viewers
Oh, that's a
snoring.
bot.
Yeah,
That's
wake
a
them
bot.
up with dogehype.com. What?
No, that was like the 5th one I've gotten. If you scroll up, there's so many of them. Your
Oh my
chat's so
God.
empty. It's giving 404 error. Hype not found. Fix it with dogehype.com.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, we're a little over halfway through book 1, so I think we can finish book 1.
Yeah, we could book 1. Each episode now is gonna be a different book of the Ovid.
Yeah. Loki, we could.
Well, I'm here
record-
until 8. Actually,
yeah,
we could.
record 3 podcast episodes going through the entire
Yeah.
Amatoria.
I'm here until 8. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I gotta take so much notes.
Let me zoom in a little.
If I talk about cows, maybe she'll fall in love with me. That's what he loves.
All right. But
Listen. We need.
Yo,
Did
heifers.
this guy raise any cows? Did you have
me
any
see.
cows?
Did Ovid own any cows?
And
Oh, I don't. Hold on. Did Ovid own any cows? It just says, "Oh my gosh, he's a Roman poet." Blah 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 blah. Okay, but did he own cows? We need to know this.
you need to ask AI.
Ask a chat GPT.
Just look up if he was a farmer or not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Was Ovid a farmer?
Were Romans like multi how's it called? Like they did the different stuff at the same time.
I mean, if you're a landowner,
Yeah.
then you probably have a farm.
Yeah, he did own a lot of land. His family did.
Yeah, so probably,
Yeah, so he
Yeah,
did have
especially that
cows.
time.
Interesting.
All right. But first, be it your care to make acquaintance with the handmaid of the fair one to be courted. She can render your access easy. Take care that she is deep in the secrets of
Access.
and not too little entrusted with her secret frolics. Her do you bribe with promises, her with entreaties. You will obtain what you ask with little trouble, if she be willing. Let her choose the time, physicians even watch their time, when the feelings of her mistress are pliant, and easy to be influenced, and will her feelings be easy influenced, when, in the best humour in the world, she shall be smiling, just as the corn on the rich soil. While hearts are joyous, and not closed by sadness, then are they assailable. Then with soothing arts does Venus steal on apace. At the time when Troy was in sorrow, she was defended by arms. When joyous, she admitted the horse pregnant with its soldiers. Then too must she be assailed, when she shall be fretting on being offended by a rival. Then effect it by your means that she go not unrevenged. Let her handmaid, as she combs her hair in the morning, urge her on, and to sail let her add the resources of the oar. And sighing to herself, let her say in gentle murmurs, in my idea you yourself cannot pay him in return. Then let her talk about you, then let her add persuasive expressions, and let her swear that you are perishing with frantic passion. But speed on, let not the sails fall, and the breezes lull. Like brittle ice, anger disappears in lapse of time. Okay.
Wow.
Make
I like
sure
how he has to just let her. She can't do it herself.
Yeah. Basically, you have to make friends with the handmaid of the person that you're flirting with, so that the handmaid
With her BFFs.
will start talking about you around.
Yeah. Get good with her BFFs. Yeah, and they start mentioning you and like, oh my god, this guy's a good pick.
Exactly.
Yo.
So
Okay.
basically starting girl talk.
Yeah, girl talk, yep. Gossip.
Yeah,
Yeah, so her friends don't say like, "Oh, he's a bad guy."
He uses the myth of the Trojan horse.
Oh
As he sneaks aside. Oh no! He sneaks aside.
At the time when Troy was in sorrow, she was defended by arms. When joyous, she admitted the horse, pregnant with its soldiers. So you need to have her be happy. And then when she's happy, she'll be more receptive to the Trojan horse.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That was crazy.
That's crazy. And
yeah, I want to pull up the Trojan horse.
You're using the handmaiden as the
Trojan
and
the fact that I think like the Trojan horse is like a condom brand now too. It has a double meaning.
Oh my god.
It's a double meaning now.
All right. Next paragraph. You inquire if it is of use to win the handmaid herself. In such attempts there is a great risk. This one becomes more zealous after an intrigue, that one more tardy. The one procures you as a gift for her mistress, the other for her own self. The result is doubtful. Although she should favor your advances, still it is my advice to refrain from so doing. I shall not go over headlong tracks and over sharp crags, and under my guidance no youth shall be deceived. Even if she pleases you, while she gives and receives the letters, by her person, and not only by her zealousness alone, take care and gain her mistress first. Let the other follow as her companion. Your courtship must not be commenced with a servant maid. This one thing I advise you. If you only put some trust in my skill, and if the boisterous wind does not bear my words over the seas, either do not attempt, or else do you persist. The informer is
Wait, is he just saying trust me, bro?
Trust me, bro.
Yeah, he said trust me, bro.
Wait, we should put this like Zoomer talk. Like he's like a touch of yak, get everything you can get closer to it. Trust me, bro.
Bro, you should feed this to AI and then tell it, okay, write me this
No.
in Gen Z terms.
No, we can do that ourselves. No AI required.
Oh god. Make our own.
Yeah, he's saying, trust me, bro, don't riz up the handmaid.
Don't raise him up.
Because that if you riz up the handmaid, then the handmaid wants you for herself, not for her mistress. Either do not attempt, or else do you persist. The informer is removed, when once she herself has shared in the criminality. The bird does not easily escape when its wings are bird-limed. The boar does not readily get away from the loose nets. The wounded fish can be held by the hook it is seized. Once tried, press her hard, and do not retreat, but as the conqueror. Then, guilty of a fault that is common to you both, she will not betray you, and the sayings and doings of her mistress will be well known to you. But let this be well concealed. If your informant shall be well concealed, your mistress will never be under your eye, or will ever be under your eye. So you have to capture the handmaid's attention and make her your spy.
That's crazy. Yeah, like the handmaid is like a secret sort of like a spy. Get you with the girl you want. Okay. This shit works. I see it. I see it. That's crazy.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
If a girl
infiltrate her
and tried to use if a girl tried to use these tactics on you, Addie, basically what she would do is she would start yapping with your sister, and she'd say, hey,
yeah, true.
Hey, what's up? And then become friends with your sister, and
True.
just kind of slide in.
Yo,
Hey,
wait a minute.
Anybody? Blah 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 blah, and then
wait.
your sister gets on board with it.
Yeah, my sister's like, oh my gosh, y'all should hang out. Yeah, I could see it.
Exactly.
I could see this. Right? That's like the only like decent advice that I could 100% see still doing today. That's not gonna get you like creeped out as like I get that advice. Wow.
I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. He is mistaken who supposes that time is the object of those only who till the fields, and is to be observed by mariners alone. Neither must the corn be always trusted to the treacherous soil, nor the hollow ships at all times to the green waves, nor is it safe to be ever angling for the charming fair. The same thing may often be better done when an opportunity offers. Whether it is her birthday that comes, or whether the calends, which Venus delights to have as the successor of the month of Mars, or when the circus shall be adorned not with statues as it was before, but shall be containing the wealth of kings exposed to view. Delay your project. Then the storm is boisterous, then the Pleiades prevail, then the tender kid is sinking in the ocean wave. Then 'tis well to desist. Then if one trusts the deep, with difficulty he grasps the shipwrecked fragments of his dismantled bark. You may make a beginning on the day on which tearful Alia was stained with the blood of the Latian wounds. On the day, too, when the festival recurs, observed each seventh day by the Syrian of Palestine, a day not suited for the transaction of business. I don't know what he's yapping about. That
Is he
last
saying
bit
like
is talking
some
about
business
Saturday.
terms? Like
Well, when the festival recurs, observed each seventh day by the Syrian of Palestine, a day not suited for the transaction of business. The Syrians were Jews, so Christian folk, and therefore every seventh day is Sunday, or I guess in their they would have Saturday, the Sabbath,
Mm.
not a day not suited for the transaction of business. So that's what he's yapping about, but I don't know why. He's I guess he says
He's
don't always push it. Sometimes just be chilling, and then other times try and riz. I don't know.
isn't most of this like spread by just talking? So he's just like saying all of this over and over again, telling everyone advice. He's like in the public. Here you go, guys.
Yeah, I guess. After we finish this book, which we're not close to, but like we're
Mhm.
about 2/3 of the way through it. Once we finish this book, I'll look up like why he wrote it. Did he write it for someone specifically? That sort of thing.
Yeah,
I guess you could be looking it up now while I'm reading.
yeah. Well, I'm trying to the Minecraft.
Yeah.
I'm trying to TP to everyone.
All right.
Let me see. Let's look at Ovid. Let's look at some crazy facts about Ovid.
And I'll keep reading so that we we finish this. Great must be your dread of the birthday of your mistress, and unlucky be that day on which any present must be made. Though you should cleverly avoid her, still she will spoil you. A woman finds contrivances by means of which to plunder the riches of the eager lover. The loosely clad peddler will be coming to your mistress, so fond of
wait,
buying.
is he saying avoid gold diggers?
No, he's saying all women are gold diggers.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
women. Oh, God. Wait,
okay.
I'm gonna write that one down. Let me write that one down. Someone's gonna join the stream and think I'm like a
So get your funny
incel.
up. Oh no, get your honey up, not your funny up. Whatever.
Okay, all women are gold diggers.
Yeah, he
Crazy.
says you should cleverly avoid her on her birthday. She
What the
she
hell?
will she wills ask you to examine them, only that you may appear to be knowing. Then she will give you a kiss, and then entreat you to purchase. She will swear that she will be content with this for many a year. She will say that now she has no need of it, or now she has need of it. Now it may be bought a bargain. If you shall make the excuse that you have not the money at home to give, a promissory note will be
Makes
asked for you.
excuse.
It would then profit you to not have learned to write. Besides, too, when she asks for a present, as though for the birthday cake, it is born for her own pleasure as often as she pleases. And further, when, full of tears, she laments her pretended loss, and the jewel is feigned to have fallen from her pierced ear, they ask for many a sum to be lent them, so lent they have no inclination to return them. You lose the whole, and no thanks there are for your losses. Had I 10 mouths, with tongues as many, they would not suffice for me to recount the abominable contrivances of courtesans. So yeah, all women are gold diggers. If she asks you something and you say, I don't got the money on me, then she'll be like, hey, write a check. And then you can be like, I never learned how to write, actually. And yeah, I don't know. Don't never give people presents, ever.
Never.
That's great.
That's crazy. What about birthday cake? No cakes.
What?
Like, it's just not a Tinder birthday because he's gonna ask for so much for gifts. Gold diggers, all women.
Yeah, all women are gold diggers, including you, Addie.
Whoa.
I'm a gold digger. Yo.
You're a lesbian, so you're one of the boys, actually.
I am one of the boys. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Like how
One of the
gay people can be one of the
boys.
girls, you're one of the boys.
I want to learn how the women can pick up the men. What's that even?
Well, I guess we'll find out.
That's for
Isn't that
part
what you said the
2.
next book was?
Yeah.
All right. Where were we? Ah. Let the wax that is poured upon the polished tablets first try the ford. Let the wax first go as the messenger of your feelings. Let it carry your compliments in whoever you are. Add expressions that feign you to be in love, and entreaties not a few. Achilles, moved with his entreaties, granted Hector to Priam. An angered divinity is moved by the voice of entreaty. Take care to make promises, for what harm is there in promising? Any person whatever can be rich in promises. Hope, if she is only once cherished, holds out for a long time. She is indeed a deceitful goddess, but still a convenient one. Should you give her anything, you may for that reason be abandoned by her. She will bear off the gift bygone, and will have lost nothing in return. But that which you have not given, you may always seem as though about to give. Thus has the sterile field full oft deceived its owner. So the gambler, in order that he may not lose, does not cease to lose. And the alluring dice ever recall the anxious hand. This is the task, this is the labor, to gain her without even the first present. What she has once given she will always give, that she may not have granted to no purpose. Let the letter go then, and let it be couched in tender expressions, and let it ascertain her feelings, and be the first to feel its way. A letter born upon an apple deceived Cydippe, and by her own words the fair was unconsciously caught. Okay, so the first bit is saying write her letters and let the letters carry your feelings and promises and stuff. Don't buy her gifts.
Yeah, don't do gifts, only do words. He's
Yeah.
probably just like a broke ass poet, and he's like, okay, I got words. He's like,
All right, next.
oh my gosh.
Youths of Rome, learn, I recommend you, the liberal arts, and not only that you may defend the trembling accused, both the public and the grave judge and the silent senate, as well as the fair, conquered by your eloquence, shall extend their hands. But let your power lie concealed, and do not be eloquent at the first. Let your letters avoid difficult words. Who, but one bereft of sense, would declaim before a charming mistress? Full oft has a letter proved a powerful cause for hatred. Let your language be intelligible, and your words the usual ones, but pleasing, so you may seem to be speaking in person. Should she not accept your letter and send it back unread, hope that she will read it and persist in your design. In time the stubborn oxen come beneath the plows. In time the steeds are taught to submit to the flowing reins.
Submit. That's crazy.
By continued
Submit.
use, the ring of iron is consumed. By being in the ground continually, the crooked plow is warmed out. What is there harder than stone? What more yielding than water? Yet hard stones are hollowed out by yielding water. Only persist, and in time you will overcome Penelope herself. You see that Pergamus was taken after a long time. Still, it was taken. So just keep going, basically. If she says no, that means keep
She
going.
says yes.
That means keep
Yeah.
trying.
It means try harder.
Yeah. And he says at first, I recommend you learn the liberal arts, and not only that you may defend the trembling accused. The liberal arts are, your reading, your writing, your math, your science, your history, but just like knowing everything to become a well-informed citizen. And you want to be a very well-rounded and informed citizen, not only if you're going to be a lawyer or a senator, but also if you're going to riz the huzz.
Keep cutting off, by the way.
Yeah, the little mic cuts off sometimes.
Did you hear most of
You
what
were
I
saying the
said?
Rizzler.
You have to study the liberal arts so that you can be a knowledgeable citizen, not only so that you can be a lawyer or a senator, but also to riz the huzz, is what he's saying. All right. Is my microphone still cutting out?
Yeah.
No, it's fine. We're just dealing with someone in chat right now. That's why I'm focusing.
Oh, you're not. Were you not talking about?
No.
I heard some.
What's going on?
Oh, now it cut off.
In chat?
Oh, it's just guys like, oh my god, why is this place so gay? I'm like, okay, chill.
Well, it's Pride Month. Of course it's so gay.
I know, I said it's Pride Month. He's like, but it's Mental Health Awareness Month. I'm like, this can be two things at once. It's like, wow.
A month can have two things.
Alright. Oh, he left, he got mad.
Alright, let's see. How much
Alright, continue. Let's...
We're approaching the end.
End for chapter 1.
We're not like very there, but very there? What? We're not very near there.
It's breaking up right now. Give me an old English when you speak. Oh god.
Alright. Next paragraph. Youths of Rome learn. Nope, I already read that one. If she reads it and will not write an answer, do not attempt to compel her. Do you only make her to be continually reading your flattering lines? What she has been pleased to read, she will be pleased to answer when read. All these things will come in their turn, and by degrees, perhaps even at first, a discouraging letter will come.
Wait, I can translate it to Zoomer. I can translate that to Zoomer. When you send a text message, don't spam more text messages. Wait for her to reply first, and then send another text message, is what he's saying. Don't keep sending the messages. Are you there? Reply. No. Let her reply. That's what he's saying.
Oh my god. So he's okay.
Yeah, he's saying don't spam her. Just say like one message and then let her reply. Honestly, that's pretty solid advice.
But like that's expected, no?
Yeah, no, that's expected. Like you should think that's a baseline.
Oh, this next sentence is crazy.
Oh god.
Go ahead.
All right. Perhaps even at first a discouraging letter will come to you, and one that entreats you not to wish to molest her.
Oh no!
What?
She says,
what she entreats you to do, she dreads. What she does not entreat you to do, namely to persist, she wishes you to do. Press on, and soon you will be a gainer of your desires. So he's saying, you're going to send her very nice letters. She's going to enjoy reading them. But then she's going to send you one back and says, I just need some space, you know? But what she actually wants you to do is
go after. Oh my god. Okay, that's actually bad advice.
She's gonna say, no, I don't want you to molest me. But what she actually means is keep sending me letters.
Bruh. What?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Bro, 2,000 years ago was crazy. Press on, and soon you will be the gainer of your desires. In the meantime,
Gainer.
if she shall be carried lying upon her couch, do you, as though quite by accident, approach the litter of your mistress, and that no one may give a mischievous ear to your words, cunningly conceal them so far as you can in doubtful signs. If with sauntering foot the spacious portico is paced by her, here too do you bestow your leisure in her attendance. And sometimes do you take care to go before, sometimes follow behind, and sometimes be in a hurry, and sometimes walk leisurely, and be not ashamed to pass from the throng under some of the columns, or to walk with her side by side, and let her not be seated long without you in the curving theatre. In her shoulders she will bring something for you to be spectator of. Here you may gaze upon, no, her you may gaze upon, her you may admire. Much may you say by your brows, much by your gestures. Clap too when the actor is dancing in the part of some damsel, and whatever lover is represented, him applaud. Rise when she rises, sit as long as she is seated, employ your time at the caprice of your mistress. Okay, so you want to be where the girl is at all times, and do what she does, and follow her.
Bruh.
And if you watch a play
That's insane.
about lovers, whenever the male lover does something, applaud as if, ah, yes, I know what lovers do. I like that he's doing that, so that she knows that you're thinking about love. Goofy. Ugh. Do you have any discussion on that?
I mean, the guy is an idiot.
He is. Like, just take no as no. What the hell?
How did he become famous? I don't understand.
Guarantee you, he never asked a girl anything.
100%. He just automatically assumed. He's just like, okay, if I want it, she probably wants it too.
He's
1,000%.
like, I'm writing a book about how to get girls. Who should I ask? Oh yeah, all the guys I know that have gotten girls.
Yep. 100%. 100%.
Crazy.
Yo.
But let it not please you to curl your hair with the irons, and rub not your legs with the rough pumice. Bid those do this, in whose Phrygian notes the Cybelian mother is celebrated by their yells. The neglect of beauty becomes men. Theseus bore off the daughter of Minos through his temples, though his temples were bedecked by no crisping pen. Phaedra loved Hippolytus, and he was not finely trimmed. Adonis, habituated to the woods, was the care of a goddess. But let neatness please you. Let your body be bronzed on the plain of Mars. Let your robe be well fitting and without a spot. Let your tongue too not be clammy, your teeth free from yellowness, and let not your foot wallop about, losing itself in the shoe down at the heel. Let not the cutting shockingly disfigure your hair bolt upright. Let your locks, let your beard be trimmed by a skillful hand. Let your nails too not be jagged, and let them be without dirt. And let no hairs project from the cavities of your nostrils. And let not the breath of your ill-smelling mouth be offensive, and let not the husband and the father of the flock offend the nostrils. The rest allow the luxurious fair to do, and any man that perchance disgracefully seeks to attract another. Okay, so what he's saying is, don't be too well kept, because then you're girly, but be neat, so that people are
What?
attracted to you.
Okay. I mean, I think it's confusing being well kept and being pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. He's like, don't get catfished and all this. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of time he's like repeating himself, like with the cows too.
Yeah, he's
Like, come on, man.
repeated himself.
He's
quite a few
yapping.
times.
He's good at yapping. Like he always says, just yap at the wind.
Just yap and then yell, you'll get it. Lo, Bacchus calls his own poet. He too aids those who love, and he encourages the flame with which he burns himself. The Nocian fair was wandering distractedly on the unknown sands where little Dia is bitten by the ocean waves. And just as she was on awaking from her sleep, clothed in a loose tunic with bare feet, and having her yellow hair loose, she was exclaiming to the deaf waves that Theseus was cruel, while the piteous shower of tears was moistening her tender cheeks. She exclaimed, and at the same moment she wept. But both became her, nor was she rendered unsightly by her tears. And now again, beating her most beauteous bosom with her hands, she cried, That perfidious man is gone. What will become of me? What will become of me, she said, when cymbals resounded over all the shore, and tambourines were beaten with frantic hand? She dropped down with alarm and stopped short in her closing words, and no blood was there in her lifeless body. Seal the Memilonian females, with their locks flowing on their backs. Seal the nimble
Always talk about the
Therians,
hairs. Talk about the hair.
the throng preceding the god. Seal Silenus, the drunken old man, on his bending ass sits there with difficulty, and holds fast by the mane that he presses. While he follows the bacchanals fly and return, while the unskilful rider is goading on his animal with his stick, slipping from the long-geared ass, he tumbles upon his head. The satyrs cry aloud, Come, rise, father. Now the god, from his chariot, the top of which he had wreathed with grapes, loosened the gold reins for the tigers yoked to it. Both her complexion and Theseus and her voice forsook the fair one, and thrice she attempted flight, and thrice she was detained by fear. She shuddered, just as barren ears of corn, which the wind shakes, just as the slender reed quivers in the swampy marsh. To her the divinity said, Lo, I come to thee a more constant lover. Damsel of Gnosus, lay aside thy fear, the wife of Bacchus shalt thou be. Receive heaven as my gift, a conspicuous constellation in the heavens, full oft Cretan diadem. Shalt thou direct the veering bark? Thus he said, and he leapt from the chariot, that she might not be in dread of the tigers. The sand yielded to his foot placed upon it, and folding her in his bosom, he bore her off, for to struggle she was unable. How easy 'tis for a god to be able to do anything. Some sing Hymenaeus, some cry Evi Evoe, and thus are the god and his bride united in holy wedlock. Therefore, when the gifts of Bacchus placed before you fall to your lot, and the fair one shall be a sharer in the convivial couch, pray both to Father Nictelius and his nocturnal rites, that they will bid the wine not to take effect on your head. Here in secret discourse you may say to her many a free word, which she may understand is addressed to her, and you may trace out short compliments with a little wine, so that she may read on the table that she is your favorite, and look on her eyes with eyes that confess your flame, the silent features often of both words and expression. Take care to be the next to seize the cup that has been touched by her lips, and drink from the side that the fair drinks from. And whatever food she shall have touched with her fingers, do you reach for it, and while you're
Yeah,
reaching,
this is super obsessive. What the hell?
her hand may be
I
touched by
know.
you. Let it also
Ew.
be your object to please the husband of the fair, once made a friend, to make
Wait.
him more serviceable for your designs. If
Wait,
Wait,
you
what? I
even if
didn't
she's
hear that.
married, y'all, we can get her. Wait, her husband? Are you saying like even if she's taken, we can?
I don't know.
Boyfriend? Oh
She
no.
said
Anyways,
husband. Like become close with the.
If you drink from her lot,
Yo.
grant him the first turn. Let the reachful, let the chaplet taken from your own head be presented to him. Whether he is below you or whether your neighbor, let him help himself to everything first, and do not hesitate to speak only after he has spoken. Secure and much frequented is the path for deceiving through the name of friendship. Secure and much frequented though that path be,
What?
still it is to be condemned. For this cause tis that the agent attends even too much to his agency, and thinks that more things ought to be looked after by him than those entrusted to him. I don't know what he's talking about.
Well,
That's
all I
crazy.
heard is agency and false friendship.
Yeah.
Is he trying to make
Oh.
friends with the husband and then what? I'm so confused.
I don't know. Maybe it'll be clear in the next paragraph.
Okay, let's see.
A sure rule for drinking shall be given you by me. Let both your mind and your feet ever observe their duty. Especially avoid quarrels stimulated by wine, and hands too ready for savage warfare. Eurytion met his death from foolishly quaffing the wine set before him. Banquets and wine are rather suited for pleasant mirth. If you have a voice, sing. If pliant arms, dance. And by whatever talent you can amuse, amuse.
Okay, so just do your talent and then show off.
As real drunkenness offends, so feigned inebriety will prove of service. Uh-oh. Let your deceiving tongue stutter with lisping accents, so that whatever you shall do or say, with more freedom than usual, may be supposed that excess of wine is the cause. And express all good wishes for your mistress, all good wishes for him who shares her couch, but in your silent thoughts pray for curses on her husband.
I knew it.
But when the tables are moved and guests
Oh
shall be
my
going,
god.
the very crowd will afford you access and room. Mix in the throng, and
Freudian
quietly stroll
access.
up to her
Her
as she
husband.
walks. Twitch her
What the
side
fuck?
with your fingers, and touch her foot with your foot. Okay, so
Bro, that sounds that sounds like the script on the hub, bro.
yeah,
No, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, her husband's away. I mean,
did you
yo.
notice? Did you notice the part where he said, "Pretend to be drunk, don't actually be drunk"?
Yeah, not actually
Yeah.
be joined. That's crazy.
So that you can say things, and if you say too much, it's just assumed, it's because of the wine, but actually it's
Like an
not.
alibi.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry I touched you like that. I was drunk. I was not drunk. That's crazy.
Crazy. Ah. Now is the time come for some conversation. Fly afar hence, coy bashfulness. Let chance and Venus befriend the daring. Let your eloquence not be subject to any laws of mine. Only make a beginning of your own accord, you will prove fluent. You must act the lover, and wounds must be feigned in your words. Hence let confidence be sought by you, by means of any contrivances whatever, and 'tis no hard matter to be believed. Each woman seems to herself worthy to be loved, though she be ugly in the extreme. To no one are her own looks displeasing. Yet often he that pretends to love begins in reality. Full oft he becomes that which in the beginning he feigns to be. For this cause, the rather, O ye fair, be propitious to those who pretend, that passion will become real which so lately was feigned. Okay. If there's a
Wow.
pretty girl, pretends to love her, because she'll believe herself worthy of love, and therefore be happy. Even if you don't love her and just think she's pretty. But then eventually, you'll end up actually loving her if you pretend to love her enough.
Fake it till you make it. Hey.
All right, we got to analyze what we've read so far.
Yeah, let's analyze this one. Make it Gen Z.
Make it Gen Z.
Oh yeah.
Gaslight.
Now it's time for some yapping.
Yeah.
Get, how would I make this Gen Z? There's not a Gen Z word for coy bashfulness.
Coy
Fly
bashfulness.
afar hence. Yeah.
Being a smartass?
Get away from the lamos.
Get away with the lamos. Get to the wrong other crowd.
Let your riz not be. Nope, no one says not be. Don't let your riz be tampered by laws or by my rules.
Don't let this. Okay, I don't know.
You have to fake it till you make it.
Make it till you make it. Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's this whole thing. Don't let anything I say in here stop your riz.
Oh my god.
All right. Now be it your part stealthily to captivate her affection by attentions, just as the shelving bank is encroached on by the flowing stream. Be not tired of praising either her face or her hair, her taped fingers too, and her small foot. The praise of their beauty pleases even the chaste, their charms are the care and the pleasure of even maidens. For why, even now, are Juno and Pallas ashamed at not having the decision in the Phrygian groves? The bird of Juno exposes her feathers when praised. If you look at them in silence, she conceals her treasures. Amid the contests of the rapid course, their trimmed manes and their padded necks delight the steeds. So what he's saying is that you just gotta compliment everything about her and never stop
Oh yeah.
complimenting her.
Compliment cake.
That's yeah.
Crazy. What does he say?
Nice. Yeah.
Be not tired of praising either her face or her hair, her taper fingers too, and her small foot.
Her small foot. Wow, girl, you got a small foot.
I'd be like, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yo, Addie, you have small feet, and your hair is cool.
You got small feet. Oh my gosh.
Your face is symmetrical, and your fingers too.
Yeah, you're symmetrical. It's like that Bo Burnham song. Just like everything complimenting women. It's like all the same. Oh my god.
Goofy. All right. Promise too without hesitation. Promises attract the fair. Make any gods you please to be witnesses of what you promise. Jupiter from on high smiles at the perjuries of lovers, and commands the Aeolian south winds to sweep them away as worthless. Jupiter was accustomed to swear falsely to Juno by the Styx. Now is he himself indulgent to his own precedent. 'Tis expedient that there should be gods, and as it is expedient, let us believe them to exist. Let frankincense and wine be presented on their ancient altars. No repose, free from care, and similar to sleep, possesses them. Live in innocence, for a divinity is ever present. Restore the pledge. Let piety observe her duties. Be there no fraud. Keep your hands free from bloodshed.
Bloodshed.
I don't know what the last
What?
half of that is about,
What?
but the first half is saying make promises. Promises attract pretty people.
Not to keep the promises, but just make them.
Exactly. You can say, okay, he says make any gods you please to be witnesses of what you promise. So you can say by Jupiter, I'm going to do this. And then you just like don't.
So,
And yeah, he says that Jupiter smiles upon the lies of
I really want to get to the point where you can substitute some kind of phrase with rage bait.
Yeah.
Make the husband rage bait.
He says that Jupiter likes this, and he commands the south winds, the Aeolian winds, to sweep away the false promises as worthless, since Jupiter himself makes a crap ton of false promises to Juno, his wife.
Damn.
Next paragraph. Deceive if you are wise.
All right, be right back. 1 second. I'm gonna get AFK for a second.
Me too.
1 second.
All right. All right. Let's see. How's the stream doing? Ugh. Stream, I have a headache from reading so much, so I'm gonna get some water.
I'm back.
All right, I'm gonna go get some water real quick, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yo,
Yo,
I'm back. Oh, wrong face cam.
Simon is getting some water.
Nice. Yeah, after reading all of that, I'm sure he needs some water.
What do you think of this lighthouse?
I like it. I put some grass around it.
I don't know how to turn it into like, because with lighthouse, you know how it gets narrower towards the end, but
Yeah.
it's not consistent. It's like it's a weird.
Yeah, I've never tried to build a lighthouse. It's always so bad.
It's much wider at the bottom, which is like impossible to do here.
Yeah. I like it. From a distance, it looks cool too.
Yeah.
Wow, this I'm learning so much from Ovid. All women are gold diggers.
Bruh.
Bruh. From Ovid.
I love these trees. These trees are sick. What the hell?
What trees?
This next to that.
Oh, well, he's building. Yo, you just see the signs?
Oh,
This is like real Amsterdam buildings. Like, what the hell?
Hey, it's how he's doing.
Yeah, and he didn't even care to win because he said he didn't have a Discord. So like, if he wins, he's not gonna take it. Like, what the heck?
Is he pulling this from what was that server called?
That Minecraft map? Yeah, where they
Minecraft
take
Earth
everything
or however it's
from
called.
yeah. I wonder.
Maybe.
This looks like schematics, like it's so specific.
Yeah.
Look at the Amsterdam building this guy made.
Next to the lighthouse that I made.
Yeah. Lighthouse.
Ooh, what is this?
Someone's building a little house.
Is that a house? A maze? Maybe some monkey bars? Ooh.
Alright, we're so close to the end of book 1.
Book 1. Let's go. I'm ready.
I need to drink some more water.
Yeah, watch your break. So oh my god. Oh my gosh.
You need to buy one of those like 20-liter like bottles. You know, the huge
Yeah,
chug.
the huge ones.
Yeah.
Oh, the giant ones.
I have a pretty big water bottle. But not that big. Alright. Next.
Alright, I'm ready for some Ovid. Let's go.
Deceive if you are wise, the fair alone with impunity. For this one piece of deceit only is good faith to be disregarded. Deceive the deceivers, and in a great measure they are all a guilty race. Let them fall into the toils which they have spread. Egypt is said to have been without showers that refreshed the fields, and to have been parched during 9 years. When Thracias went to Busiris and showed that Jupiter could be propitiated by shedding the blood of strangers, to him Busiris said, "Thou shalt become the first sacrifice to Jove, and a stranger thou shalt produce rain for Egypt." Phalaris too burnt in the bull the limbs of the cruel Perillus, The unhappy inventor was the first to make proof of his own work. Each of them was just, and indeed no law is there more righteous than that of contrivers' deaths should perish by their own contrivances. Therefore, since perjuries with justice impose upon those perjured, let women grieve, deceived through a precedent her own. So I feel like he's saying here that women make false promises all the time and therefore don't feel bad.
Yeah, you should do it too. It's like lie to women, say whatever you have to say to get the woman. It's basically what he's saying.
Wait, is this guy like Andrew Tate in disguise?
Didn't he get expelled or like
exiled? I think he did. Yeah.
Exiled. Yeah. Let me see. Exiled.
Wait. Andrew Tate, I think, based his whole thing on this book.
Bro,
Yeah, Andrew Tate probably
reads
Ovid. Like,
exiled Ovid, I'm pretty sure. Okay, this next paragraph looks crazy.
I'm scared. This one looks great.
Tears too
I'm scared.
are of utility. By tears you will move adamant. Make her, if you can, to see your moistened cheeks. If tears shall fail you, for indeed they do not always come in time, touch your eyes with your wet hand. What discreet person would not mingle kisses with tender words? Though she should not grant them, still take them ungranted. Perhaps she will struggle at first, and will say, "You naughty man." Still, in her struggling, she will wish to be overcome. Only let them not, rudely snatched, hurt her tender lips, and take care that she may not be able to complain that they have proved a cause of pain. He who has gained kisses, if he cannot gain the rest as well, will deserve to lose even that which has been granted him. How much is there wanting for unlimited enjoyment after a kiss? Oh, shocking! 'Twere downright clownishness and not modesty. Call it violence if you like. Such violence is pleasing to the fair. They often wish through compulsion to grant what they are delighted to grant. Whatever fair one has been despoiled by the sudden violence of passion, she is delighted at it, and the chief is as good as a godsend. But she, who, when she might have been carried by storm, has escaped untouched, though in her features she should pretend gladness, will really be sorry. Phoebus suffered violence. To her sister was violence offered, and pleasing was either ravisher or to the ravished. The damsel of Scyros being united to the Haemonian hero is a well-known story indeed, but not unworthy to be related. Okay.
Did you see what I see on Discord? Someone did relate Andrew Tate to Ovid. Someone made a joke about it. About like no is just being maybe, like watching too much Andrew Tate videos.
Yeah, so this entire paragraph is saying crying when she denies you will move even the strongest, and then kiss her even if she doesn't want to be kissed, and she might struggle.
Jesus.
But even if she struggles, she wants to be overcome.
What the hell? Even if she struggles, dude, this is too. Oh, hold up.
Wait a minute.
What the hell?
What the hell are you on?
He says, even if you call it violence like that is pleasing to the beautiful.
What?
What the fuck?
He uses another myth.
Yo, what would happen if this guy was a female instead? Like if he was a woman.
Well, he might act like that on the other chapter of how to pick up the man. He might Oh my gosh, someone made a Nazi. Let me ban him. Let's find out which guy did this.
Next chapter. Or not chapter, paragraph.
Here we go.
A couple more paragraphs until this book is done. Now the goddess, worthy to conquer the other two at the foot of Mount Ida, had given her reward of the approval of her beauty. Now from a distant region had a daughter-in-law come to Priam, and within Ilian walls there was a Grecian wife. All swore in words of the affronted husband, for the grief of one was the common cause. A disgraceful thing, had he not yielded in this to the entreaties of his mother. Achilles had concealed his manhood by the long garments. What art thou doing, descendant of Aeacus? The wool is no task of thine. Do thou seek glory by other arts of Pallas? What hast thou to do with work baskets? Thy hand is fitted for holding the shield. Why hold the allotted flax in thy right hand, by which Hector shall fall? Spurn those spindles enwrapped in the laborious warp. The lance from Pelion is to be brandished by the hand. By chance, in the same chamber, there was a royal maiden. In her undoing she found he was a male. By force indeed was she overcome, so we must believe, but still by force was she willing to be overcome. Many a time
What the hell?
did she say, "Stay," when now Achilles was hastening to depart. For the distaff laid aside, he had assumed valiant arms. Where now is this violence? Why, with gentle voice, Deidama, dost thou detain the perpetrator of thy disgrace? As, forsooth, there is a shame in first beginning at any time, so 'tis pleasing to the fair to submit, when the other takes the initiative. Okay. So
Wow.
no. So no. This is terrible.
That was like the worst paragraph one. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's pleasing to beautiful people to submit when the other takes
I think it went derailing more and more into just I don't care about consent. Like it started off and then went worse and worse.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Oh, is it
Okay.
the beanstalk? Cockapoo?
Oh wait, let me search.
I just want the beanstalk, like the giant one with the guy in the sky above it. What's the name of the mythical bean tree? I think it's like the
Jack and the Beanstalk?
Jack and the Beanstalk, yeah.
Oh, Jack. Yeah, this is too hard. I was thinking of
You give
building
up.
that, but that's nah,
It's too much.
it's too much. It's too roundy.
I think a custom tree is gonna be so much. Maybe just like a jungle tree, then add something on top of it. Like a little goblin on top.
We only have 4 paragraphs left.
Yo, let's go.
All right. Let's get through this, and then we can discuss, and this podcast episode can be concluded.
Yeah, that's episode 1. I'm episode 3.
Alas, too great is the confidence of any youth in his own good looks, if he awaits for her to be the first to ask him. Let the man make the first approaches, let the man use words of entreaty. She will kindly receive his soft entreaties. To gain your wish, ask. She only wishes to be asked. Tell her the cause and the origin of your desires. Jupiter came as a suppliant to the heroines of olden times. No fair one found fault with great Jove. But if you perceive puffed up vanity to be the result of your prayers, desist from your design and withhold your advances. Many desire that which flies from them, and hate that which is close at hand. By pressing on less eagerly, remove all weariness from yourself, nor must your hope of enjoyment be always confessed by you as you entreat. Let let love make his entrance concealed beneath the name of friendship. By this introduction I have seen the prudish fair deceived. He who was the friend became the lover. A fair complexion is unbecoming in a sailor. He ought to be swarthy, from the spray of the sea and the rays of the sun. It is unbecoming, too, to be husbandman, who, with his crooked plough and his heavy harrows, is always turning up the ground in the open air. And if your body is fair, you, by whom the glory of the chaplet of Pallas is sought, you will be unsightly. Okay, one paragraph down. What is he saying?
Wanda.
He says, become their friend first, and then become their lover.
Yeah, friends to lover. Okay.
Yeah.
I get that part. Sometimes he has like okay advice and then it's like derails.
Yo,
Like,
like
oh my
Andrew
God.
Tate.
Andrew Tate. Yeah, exactly. Ovid is Andrew Tate.
Have you, Andrew Tate, was it earlier this year that he was actually saying like based stuff? And it was like, what time?
No. That was always his strategy. That's always his strategy.
Yeah.
He
does like base
says,
stuff and then like derails, like dehinged,
yeah.
unhinged. He makes a sandwich out of it. So you're like, oh my God, wait, this is actually good. I'm gonna believe this one now.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what he does.
That's his whole strategy.
Yeah. I feel like Ovid does the same thing. Like, okay, just be friendly with us, and then don't care about consent. Like, what? What? It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Only three more paragraphs. Let's go.
3 more to go.
Let every one that is in love be pale. That is the proper complexion for one in love. That is becoming from your features. Let the fair think that you are not in good health. Pale with love for Lyris, did Orion wander in the woods. Pale for the Naiad, in her indifference was Daphnis. Thinness, too, shows the feelings, and think it no disgrace to put a hood over your shining looks. Let sleepless nights attenuate the bodies of the youths. Care, too, in the grief that proceeds from violent love. That you may gain your desires, be wretched, that he who sees you may be able to say you are in love. What does he mean?
Oh, I was focusing on changing the stream title. I changed it to reading Ovid's poem on how to pick up women. Okay.
He says you have to be pale.
Oh, so white? You have to be you have to be white.
Wait. You have to be what?
No, not you have
You have to be white.
You have to get tuberculosis, guys.
He says it has to look like you're not in good health. It has to look like you haven't been working outside in the fields, basically.
He's gonna crash me.
So it doesn't matter if you're white or not. You just have to look like you're not, like worn by the sun. You don't have a tan.
Guys.
Yeah.
Someone made me a book, said, can I get staff? I've been on this server for 2 hours building. Yes or no? They seem like that game. Do you let them in the country? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
Sure.
You know what? I'm down for like crazy shit happening.
But yeah, he's not just saying
no, said some weird idiot.
He's not just saying that you have to be white because the idea of race didn't exist yet. So.
Oh.
Yeah, they didn't really have that. They
didn't see like Africans,
like what we,
Europeans, and Middle Eastern people as different. They're just like, oh, people from there look like that. Okay. And
yeah.
moved on. They were racist about other things, like what country you're from.
Maybe he's like, you gotta get tuberculosis, guys.
All right. Let everyone that it is in love be pale. Nope, just read that one. Shall I complain, or only remind you of how all right and wrong is confused? Friendship is but a name, constancy an empty title. Alas, alas, it is not safe to praise the object that you love to your friend. When he is courted...
Wait, did you say object?
Yeah, I've been saying that this whole time.
Please, the object.
God damn.
Oh my god. We went from cows. Okay, at least we're gonna do object.
That's not any better.
That's not any better. But we went from that to like just an object, okay?
Yeah, he says here, don't compliment the person you're attracted to your friend.
Wait, but at the beginning to your friend. I'm gonna say at the beginning he said just compliment her like a ton.
Yeah, don't
compliment her small feet.
attracted to your friend.
Okay.
because if you do, and he has credited your praise,
He wants her.
he agrees.
Oh.
If he agrees with you, he supplies.
Then he might
you.
steal her.
Yeah.
Oh.
The actor did not defile the couch of Achilles, so far as Pirithous was concerned. Phaedra was chaste. Pylades loved Hermione, with the affection of which Phoebus loved Pallas, and he was such, daughter of Tyndarus, as thy twin brother Castor was towards thee. If any one expects the same, let him expect that the tamarisks will bear apples, and let him look for honey in the middle of the stream. Nothing pleases but what is base. His own gratification is the object of each. This too becomes pleasant from the sorrow of another. O disgraceful conduct, no enemy is to be dreaded by the lover. Shun those who think trustworthy, then you will be safe. Shun your kinsman and your brother and your dear friend. This class will cause you real alarm. I was here about to conclude, but there are various dispositions in the fair. Treat these 1,000 dispositions in 1,000 different ways. The same soil does not produce everything. One suits the vine, another the olive. In this, corn springs up vigorously. There are as many characters in these various dispositions as there are forms in the world. The man that is wise will adapt himself to these innumerable characters, and as at one moment Proteus will make himself flow in running water, and now will be a lion, now a tree, now a shaggy goat. These fish are taken with a dart. Those with hooks, these the encircling nets draw up, the rope being extended, and let no one method be adopted by you for all years. The aged hind will espy from a greater distance your contrivances. Should you seem learned to the ignorant, or forward to the bashful, she will at once distrust herself, now apprehensive. Thence it happens that she who is dreaded to trust herself to the well-bred man often falls into the embrace of some worthless inferior. A part remains of the task which I have undertaken. A part is completed. Here let the anchor thrown out hold fast my bark. All right, book one done.
Wow. Wow. It's a lot of. I could have summarized this whole thing in a couple of bullet points.
Yeah, he was yapping.
He was, and he does say to yap to get women, so he's just following his own guidance.
All right, let's
Wow.
discuss. And
wow.
We'll
okay.
This podcast.
We should do a tier list. Tier list of his points. Which one's actual you should take home? Which one is just don't?
I have a headache from reading out loud that much, so you take the charge.
Okay. Well, I think it's obvious. The no consent one, that's F tier. Don't take that one. That one. I think yeah.
no means no. No does not
no means no.
Trying.
Yeah. And I think what is actually a decent one is be friends with her friends, That's decent.
Yeah, that's decent.
That one take home. Yeah, that's decent.
Don't do what he said and have her friends be spies. Don't
have them just spies.
and make
oh my
spies,
god.
But be friends with her.
Yeah.
That one's alright.
Be friends with her friends. All women are gold diggers, guys, when we place this one.
Yeah, all women are gold diggers. I mean, that's just the truth, obviously.
Is there historical records of his methods working, though? Eyeball emo someone in chat.
Nope.
No. Don't. What?
Yeah.
Maybe. Let's take experiments.
So
okay, let's do experiments, guys.
No, listen. You want to call all women gold diggers. You want
call them all gold diggers.
You want to discard the fact they say no and instead act like they're saying yes. You need to enact violence against women. You need to.
This is so derailed.
You need to make them cheat on their husbands. You need to be a fake drunk. You need to
be a fake drunk.
God. Bro, there's a whole
Talk
like
to them
10.
like the objects, the cows.
Those are actual felonies, bro.
Yeah.
Wait, so the biggest one though, I think is like this is out of all of it, this is like reasonable. Ask her what her favorite football game is, and whatever she says, that's your favorite football game.
Yeah.
You know? That one, okay. Like you're lying, but you know what? Fair. Fair.
I feel like it didn't go really like off the rails until halfway through. Because it was already bad.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like
Yeah.
diabolical. Because like just for the first half, if I were trying to riz someone up,
Mm-hmm.
okay, hypothetically, according to Ovid,
Hypothetically.
for the first half, let's say I was trying to riz up Addy or Hakabu, I would pull up to where they're gonna be. I'd pull up to the football game that Addie's at, and I'd sit directly next to her, even if she has no clue who I am. Then I just start yapping. I just start
Yapping. Just start yapping. About a favorite team.
What team is playing again? Oh, silly me. Yeah, that's my favorite team too.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Like someone in chat, Ghost Dog says, so just mirror her and gaslight. I don't need a whole ass poem for that. Oh my god. True.
You need a degree in Japanese. You need a degree in Japanese. Gaslighting. Maybe a minor in rage baiting.
Oh, that's XOXO. Okay, hi, XO.
You cannot forget the stat. That if perchance a little dust should fall on the bosom of the fair, it must be brushed off.
Yeah.
You must brush it off.
Put some sand in your pocket, okay? Put some sand in.
Yeah, after I start yapping, I start sprinkling my pocket sand. And then brush it off.
Oh my god. Get that, yeah. Use any excuse to touch a woman.
Yeah.
Step 1, hunt down the woman. There's women everywhere. Remember that?
You have to hunt down.
You need to hide in the bushes.
Yeah, squish yourself next to her. Oh my god.
And then you
have
to say, what's up, Addie? You have small feet.
Wow, I love your hair. Oh my god, your feet.
And her hair and her face and her fingers.
Yeah, her fingers. That was such a weirdly specific. Oh my god. But don't compliment her with her friends. Like with the guys, don't talk compliments about her, or they might steal her.
Your friends, or they might supplant you.
Yeah, they might steal her. Oh my gosh.
You have small feet and chill fingers.
And then you up to your friend and say, I hate Addie, she's so ugly. That's what you do.
Exactly. So
yo.
But then after I finish talking to Addie, I sidle on up to Addie's sister and I go,
yeah.
Hey, so what's up with that?
Yeah, you're up becoming friends, say, hey.
Nice weather.
You become super friends and say, hey, like once you're close friends, you're like, I want to get with Addie, help me. And then she's gonna help you, give you like the deets. Oh my gosh. That still works. I've seen people do that. I like seen that happen.
No, yeah,
that's out of all of this. That's crazy. Wow.
But let's see, what else is there?
Always talk about cows, a lot of cow metaphors.
Yeah, you make them happy, because then if they're happy thinking about you just in general, the Trojan horse that is Addie's sister will be able to sneak in.
Oh my god. Infiltrate.
Yeah.
Wow. I've learned so much.
So this is terrible.
Go to the cool games.
Alright. Out of 10, how good is Ovid's advice?
I think I would do better if I play like KFC dating simulator. I think I would
KFC dating. They have a Joe Biden dating sim now.
Joe Biden dating simulator. Sex with Hitler probably teaches you more.
Than Ovid. Oh my god.
This is a solid 1 out of 10, I think.
Yeah. It was awful.
Yeah.
Awful advice. But okay, but ranking out of all the other pickup artists, because they're all sexist and like this,
Ooh, that's true.
how would he go? I think he's actually S tier because he's so famous, and the other pickup artists are not. And he's OG, so he has to be.
Bro, he's up there with Andrew Tate.
Yeah, he is. He is. He is.
Oh my god, we need to rate them from like negative aura to positive aura.
Yeah, positive aura.
Okay, what is Ovid's aura? He is a great.
Yeah, how much gyat can Ovid get?
He is a great poet. So he starts off with aura, but then you read the Ars
With aura, yep.
and you're like, you have a little less aura, and then you realize
yeah,
exiled from Rome, and that's pretty negative aura.
That's negative aura. That's negative aura. Oh. That's crazy.
So despite being a great
wait, how hot was he again? Let me see. Oh no, I think he was just mid. So he has no aura for that.
I think it's anti aura.
Yeah.
Look up a different statue.
Let me see.
That one was crazy.
Okay, I have like a little drawing of him. Let me send it in the Discord, just in general. Okay.
I'll pull it up for them. The pod.
Imagine this guy. Okay, imagine.
Bro, he looks
okay,
like a nerd. He looks like a nerd.
Imagine, guys. Imagine you're a female. You go to watch the Coliseum Games. You sit down. You see this guy inching closer to you. Puts his hand next to you. What do you do?
Yeah, he brushes off the imaginary dirt from your bosom.
Oh my god. Wow. Ew, his little this guy right behind you is talking about you. Dude.
That is crazy.
Actually insane.
Yeah.
Alright, send another image. That's not legit. Oh, this is sick. Oh, happy and evil side. Let's switch teams. Huckaboo, that was crazy. That's crazy. Someone made a bear. Someone made a bear and Huckaboo, and it's a brown terracotta. Huckaboo's like, this looks like the Discord logo, but it switched teams. What the hell? Alright, someone's FNAF OC.
Alright, let's do a conclusion of our Ovid experience.
About Ovid? Okay.
Of book 1, I guess. We still haven't judged it.
Of just book 1? Yeah. How much did I learn from this?
Yo, if this is book 1, oh my god. Oh my god.
That is 2 other books.
There's 3 books.
Yeah, there's 3 total.
That's insane.
Well, we have 2 hours left, guys.
That's enough for like 1 more book.
1 book. Yeah, 1 book.
Right.
So we won't learn how to get. Okay, wait, let's pick. Do we want to know how the women can pick up the man, or do we want to know how to get rid of the woman? I kind of want to know how to get rid of the woman. Bro.
Or in the next episode of the podcast, which if you're watching this on YouTube and for some reason just watch 2.5 hours of us going through this, you should totally check out for whatever reason. Maybe we should just like skim them and just find
skim them.
tidbits.
Wait.
You know what? Could you imagine? The only person searching up for this is probably like, oh, they're studying for like something in like college, their exam. Imagine like they watch all of this to try to study about Ovid. I'm not helping at all.
This wouldn't be the least helpful thing.
True.
I mean,
Wow,
now they
that's
know
not a
how to put
summary.
it in. Now they know how to put it in Gen Z terms.
That's
Yeah,
true.
now they can do Gen Z. It's easy. Easy.
Ovid, fluent in Japanese. Original rage baiter. Andrew Tate Core.
Gaslighter.
Yeah.
Gaslight gatekeep girl boss. Wow. Stealing your man.
What does gaslight
Stealing your
gatekeep
girl.
boss even mean?
So it's like a girl boss who's always like gatekeeping and gaslighting things. They're constantly gaslighting, they're constantly gatekeeping, and they just take gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
Slay.
I live by these words. GGGG fire.
Slay queen.
Chat loves this. Slay queen is what Ovid would say when he tries to compliment women.
Of course. He definitely wouldn't say things like, my, your
Cozy wozies. Oh my god, you think he'd go off on like Rapunzel? He would love Rapunzel. Oh my god. He would go crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, he might have wrote that. Let me search up Ovid hair fetish. Gaze, moment, and gender in Ovid's story of hair fetish.
What?
Yo, you know the book
Oh
where
my-
he gets rid of the lady or the woman or whatever. Imagine he
Yeah.
did say before that all women are gold diggers, right?
Yep.
What if the strategy from the get-go is to get to the woman because the woman has like a lot of treasure now? Like you need to steal the pirates.
True. They're like dragons, and you go in the cave of the woman. So you use the Trojan horse to infiltrate her.
Yeah, you steal the treasure.
Yo. Wait a minute.
All right.
That was.
In conclusion, book 1 of the Ars Amatoria. Don't listen to its advice.
I'll give it a -9 out of +100.
-9 out of +100.
Yeah, it's one of those you just read if you're with friends like this. Nothing else. Never read it on your own. Like there's no point.
It's a solid 1 out of 10. Some of the stuff is better than nothing, but some of the stuff is worse than nothing. So I don't
By the way,
yep,
he chose 1 out of 10 because that's the least amount he can give.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, I give Ovid yeah, I give him a 1 out of 10.
Pro was not locked
Wow.
in.
Bro is not locked in.
Bro is not leaving. He's not leaving the allegations. His allegations, not. Like no one is gonna free him.
I've been exiled.
Bro. All right, well, gotta wrap up this podcast.
That podcast episode.
This was a real long one, 2.5 hours. If you're someone who watched all the way through this, crazy. Why did you do that? I don't know, but I hope you.
Yeah, why? Why?
Listen, they're probably vacuuming or they're asleep.
Oh yeah, they put it on like auto.
This. And if you're watching from the future, hopefully we're huge YouTubers. And Addie
yeah, crazy. Hopefully I'm like Ovid. I pick up so many women.
Yeah, Addie's picked up all the women. She has 1 million subscribers. And
she hasn't left any for us.
I get to mooch off her success, which will be great. Right. See you.
Oh my god.
In the next podcast. Or maybe not, because this might have turned you off from all of it. So we'll see.